Alright, so this is gonna be a long ass video. What we've got here, got a couple of shears, direct shears. Am I in the camera there? Yes, I am. Okay, a couple shears, direct shears, and they were sent to me. And the problem is that they are catching right down here at the bottom. The ride looks good. These are new scissors, by the way. These have not been, they've been used, I think. But what I'm getting is just a real gritty, kind of clunky down at the bottom, right down here. And we'll get them apart and get a look. But what I'm going to do first on these, because they are curved, I want to go back and I want to hit the ride line on these things. We've got one washer in place on the screw side. That's good. Come on, there we go. And it does have a single clicker plate in there. What we're going to do is we're going to get on the ride line machine, and we're going to work these inner rides and see if that doesn't square things away for us. And if we have to, we'll go back to the we'll get back to the flat hone and rebevel if necessary. These have a very, very slight bevel. You can catch it in the light, about a 30 or 35 degree bevel. It's polished pretty heavily, and I'm not so worried about it being polished real heavily when I'm done. But anyway, we'll work through these and we'll go from the tooth side of the situation first. Get this thing locked in, and then we'll I'll get the camera movement to where you guys can see me set up on this thing. Alright, let's see here. Is that gonna work? I think it's gonna work. Alright, so basically all that we did was just take the shear half and mount it up in the machine. I'm going to get all the way over here to the side to try to keep the center of the blade in the center of the machine there. Alright, and I'm starting out today with, I'm kind of excited because today we're going to be using, I normally would be using the 3K Pinkstone to do this work, but instead we're going to get a look for the first time today on camera at some of Alex's CDN inserts. You can see it's round on one side, flat on the other, depending on whether you're using a flat shear or a curved shear. I still don't think the flat is where it's at. I think it's going to be on the round side of this thing for this particular machine. These little inserts are 23 millimeters, or real close to it in width, which is the maximum width of what we can get in on one of these machines, or well, on my machine. I don't know what Ray's machine does, but anyway, these will fit both of those machines well. Alright, I'm going to come up to my J point and I'm going to loosen the back bolt, and we're going to get this J flushed up, and we are flush on the J. We're going to lock her in, bring it back to the back, fall off the back, come back up on, and we'll set the back stop, and then we're going to relieve all pressure off of the situation and pull this thing out to the very end. It's set up for our tip. I like this stone because it's a little bit wider. It's easier to find the stop point on your stone, and then we'll set up the back of the carrier. Alright, we can go no further that way than the tip of the shear half and back here to the back, and I can feel it, man. It is already really doing some work, and I don't have a lot of spring tension on this. I'm going to go a little bit further on this tip. Doesn't look like we're quite getting where we need to be. It wasn't washing or anything, but it wasn't quite to the tip, so I wanted to make sure that we got that going on well. Alright, let me get back here and let me test one more time. Make sure I'm flush on this J. I am. Alright, here we go. Let me get my marker actually, and let's mark this thing. I'm gonna pause you guys for a minute.